Anyone want to kick off? Tony, back at it.
Congratulations, Jonas. The most goals scored by this club in its history. What does that mean for you after a performance like this, where they were able to bounce back and battle for the first half and then play some very, very good and continue playing some very good football?
I think it was nice. We spoke about that after the game against Gotham, but also some parts from the game against Portland where we said like we controlled a lot of things, but we didn't create enough goal scoring opportunities in these games. And it's important for us if we want to continue to win football matches, we need to create goal scoring opportunities. So there's a couple of things that we spoke about as a team where we needed to be better at, and a lot of those things I think the players did very well today. So it was yeah, we scored the goals in different ways, but the role ways were, we feel like that's close to on how we would like to create chances as a team. So maybe that's even a little bit more pleased as a coach when you see that. Yeah.
So many contributions from many players on the score sheet and just on the workload side of things, defensively and offensively. What have been the successes to maintain this the sustainability aspect and maintaining the high energy that it takes for this style of play that you're asking of players?
I mean, the mindset to want to grow, to want to develop, I think that's been great from the players and from the staff. But then I also think being like where the commitment to the team and to the group, that's such an important aspect, and you can see that these players they create something special between them, and we can see that on the pitch as well. It's a very tight team together. We see that when players are coming up from the bench, we see how the bench and the starting 11 interacts, and for me that's very important because at the end of the day this is a team sport, and we all need to have individuals that wants to make the team better, and right now I think we have a lot of them.
Yes.
Hi, Jonas. I noticed today that from the 10 field stars players, 7 of them contributed either with a goal or an assist. We were talking before of creating an identity within the club. Would you say that right now the identity is being focused on being more offensive?
I don't know if that's it, because I do think that we need to be good in all aspects of the game. But I do think from where we want to be as a club and the players that we have, that we should be good on the ball and we should be able to express ourselves on the ball and we should be able to create on our own ability and not on opponents' mistakes. And I think that's mindset is an important part where we see also a lot of players working extremely hard for the team because they like to play this way here, and I think it suits us. I think it suits the crowd and the city. This is a football community. There is a lot of passion for the game here, and I think it's important when we play that we have a way that appeals to the city, and I think how we do now, I think it does.
Yeah, go ahead.
During the week, you mentioned that you're not focusing only on the wins. You have like pretty much everything is what you're focusing. Do you think that that same mentality is the one that's keeping all the team no pressure to keep the winning streak? Because like the wins keep coming and coming, but as you mentioned, like this is not the only thing that they're focusing. So do you think that same mentality it's allowing them to like shake off the pressure of the whole thing?
Yeah, I think when you focus on a result, there is a lot of things that goes into a result that is actually without your control. And I think it's very beneficial that you focus on things that are within your control. And no matter if you win or lose, there's still the work to be done. And I think I've praised the players a lot, but I want to praise my technical staff as well, because to be honest, like a week like this, they've been incredibly challenging in being like, what if we do that? That can be a problem. What if we do this? This could be a problem. And it's so helpful because it's long days and we go over film over and over and over again, but we play out the situation and we create a lot of clarity. And I think there is no shortcuts to that. So I'm very blessed with having a strong technical staff that challenges and support, and I think that helps us as well being prepared for the games.
And also the team came back from being 1 goal down. The victory was a huge victory for the team. Did you say something to the team when there was a goal down, or was this something that was already visioned during the trainings, or can you talk to us about that?
No, but I see there is a strong belief in the group. It takes more than a goal to knock that off, and we've seen that plenty of times, being like we concede, but we quickly regroup and we stay true to what we want to do. So now I had full confidence in that we would find a way back.
More, we'll go to you.
Hello, Coach. The other day you said that you go week by week, you don't look on the table, but the other team does. And how good or bad for you is to become a team to beat during the season against the other teams?
Well, I think what we see in the games that we've been playing here now is that we have opponents that do a little bit different against us than they've done against other teams. Portland did that, Gotham did that, and now today North Carolina did that as well. They changed the way they press, and of course we have to take that a little bit as a compliment that they feel they need to do that. But it's also good for us because we need to solve more situations, and it's the beauty of the game. Every situation can be solved. We just need to make sure that we're on the same page on how we solve it.
Yeah, we're back in.
Kind of a twofold question. Both times in North Carolina scored, you guys answered right away. Is that something you saw on tape? And then what's the mentality of the team that leads to that?
Like I said, I think we have a team. They're very focused on what we can do and what we can achieve. And I think that's the important part of stay within what you can control. And I think it's not only today, but during the season, I think we responded well, both when we scored and when we conceded. So that's a good sign of like mental strength in the team.
Abraham, you have one?
International window is coming up. Does that give you pause when your team is playing this well, or how do you deal with that with so many of your players that are about to best league?
Well, like you said, it can be good or it can be bad. Like, doesn't really matter what we think, because it's just a fact that it is coming up. I think what we of course need to do here is to as always, support the players that is away as well. We have a really tight turnaround when they come back. We play already Friday night. We will have players that will arrive very shortly into markets before that game. So it's gonna be a minute by minute preparation. Seattle will have the same thing. So I'm sort of already there in my mind and being like, how do we help our players to be able to be as fresh as possible to play that game Friday night?
What are the things you need to do to make sure players are fresh?
Like always, I think it's one part is the communication piece. So we communicate with the national team coaches, we communicate with the players, of course. So we know what the player has been exposed for when they've been away. And then it's about helping them with strategies on how to deal with jet lag, how to deal with sleep, how to deal with nutrition. So it's getting all these basic needs in, and these things is, what should I say? It's not rocket science on what to do. What we need to do is to have the discipline and consistency to really doing it at a world-class level, and really taking care of the bodies, and then we will be ready to play Friday.
Okay, we will wrap it up there. Thank you guys so much. Thanks, Jonas.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Congrats on the win. Oh.
Yeah.